good. So.
How's the early adjustment period been over the spring?
It hasn't been too bad. I mean, this is my second spring out here now, so it's just been getting used to a new spot, really, getting used to a new environment, but they've been very helpful in getting me adjusted.
What motivated you to enter the portal?
Just situation that went down over there in the past. Didn't feel like I would fit in at the culture over there. Having things go down that I didn't feel like were I was wrong for or being a part of. So I just chose to remove myself from the situation, make the best out of something that could have went a different way.
You visited USC a few times during the recruiting process in high school, and when you did enter the portal, was this a school that you kind of knew you were going to end up at if they had interest, or how'd that process unfold?
Well, the first time or the second time?
Second time.
Second time. I mean, I didn't even know I was going to hit the portal for real. Like, until I was on break and I was already home. I was just like, why am I going to elongate a stay at somewhere? Like, I'm obviously not wanted, so I'm going to just go. And USC had already been on my top of the list since the first time around, but I had to switch them out because I didn't know which way they were headed with no head coach the first time around. So UCLA took that spot my first recruiting round, but after I see what Coach Lincoln did with his first year, and obviously a coach like Coach Nua, and first time around he was at Michigan, and he was one of those guys I really built a deep connection with during my recruiting process, and that was one of the relationships I was able to keep and obviously go back to, and it just picked off like it never stopped. So.
What was it that you were looking for when you entered the portal? Like, did you feel like you prioritized different things the second recruitment than you did your first?
Yeah, I'll probably say just seeing what I wanted to see for myself, bigger picture. I would say that it was more location for sure, trying to stay closer to home, but as well, like, this is a good program. It was already on the way to winning a championship, and we just needed a couple more pieces to come and help fill the holes of some of the key pieces who were leaving from last year. So I saw the opportunity and I took it.
You revisited a lot of elite programs, and you took a lot of visits during the high school recruiting process. Are there a lot of the characteristics here now at USC with Lincoln Riley as a head coach that you saw at other programs like Alabama and places like that?
Yeah, I can see how the team and the coaches' interactions are really different than some other spots that might not have that dynamic or like on that way to being a championship team. And you could just see the environment is different, and the tone in which everybody takes their things and how seriously everything is taken is just different.
What was your outside perspective of USC last season, maybe specifically on the defensive side?
I didn't pay attention too much, but as I knew I'd probably be hitting portal as time went on, I always did some research, and USC was part of it. I really looked at how the run game was doing, because it looked like there was a lot of, here and there, like big plays that could have been avoided in some situations. But that's why I'm here. We coming to fix these things. So.
In the portal, you have to make a lot of decisions and get a lot of information, but you don't have a lot of time, like in the high school recruiting process. What were the most important things that you heard from USC before you made the decision?
It wasn't even more like what I heard. It's just more what I knew about what's going on over here. Like, this USC, regardless of football, ends up being where I go. Like, I'm also going to plan on playing baseball next spring. I just couldn't this spring because of the transfer rules. But the degree here means everything. You can get your foot in the door anyway. So, it was probably more seeing the environment, the culture that they have, and I just wanted to come and be a part of it.
What position do you play in baseball?
Third base, first base, and I pitch.
What's the impact, what's Sean Nua's impact been in this short amount of time you've been here?
It's great. I feel like I have somebody who, whenever I need it, I can just give a call whenever. A really good mentor, and almost like another parent figure right there for me. And he's right here now. I ain't got to worry about anything. If I need my parents for anything, almost like a third one for me. And he's just been really good, and I don't know, just really good in accepting me and taking me in and understanding the past situation and not taking anything.
What football players and baseball players do you model your games after?
Baseball, also I like Mike Trout a lot. I also like Francisco Lindor. I used to play middle infield, and I used to catch a lot too. But football, I don't know. I just think with me, like, I don't think there's anybody who has been like me or will ever be like me if I choose to continue and continue the path that I'm on. So, I mean, I'd like to take after Myles Garrett because he has that big defensive end who can do whatever he wants pretty much and just go wreak havoc. So he's a fun guy to watch as well. Von Miller. I like Warren Sapp a lot. He's a bigger guy. I used to play inside, so that was like inside guy I like to watch a lot back in the day. So
You mentioned,
How big of-
mentioned some of the difficulties at your previous stop. What do you feel like you learned from that experience that you're taking here?
probably just make sure you surround yourself with, make sure you're always in a good place in the right time, and not making sure you know what's going on around you at all times, and just make sure that you have clear conversation, clear cut with all the coaches around, and make sure I keep my head on the straight line.
Thank you, Anthony.